Good afternoon and welcome back to the Garrison Militaria. Long and awaited, we have another Milsurp rifle instead of a boring piece of gear. What we have here is the Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark II. There's plenty of other Lee Enfields out there. This is the last variant of the .303 British caliber Lee Enfield rifle, and this is what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm not going to be talking about the SMLE or the other variants from the Second World War, First World War, Boer War. I'm going to be talking specifically about the No. 4 Mark II. So if I leave out some things, some specs and variants and whatnot, some history, that's going to be why, because I'm only talking about this variant. Okay, so the Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark II, the last variant of the .303 caliber Lee Enfield rifle. This specific variant was produced from 1949 to 1955, and it is commonly referred to as the Irish contract rifle, which isn't necessarily wrong, but it was also meant for plenty of other, it had plenty of other contracts for other nations, not just Ireland, but Ireland was the most predominant one, you could say. With these rifles, they usually came in a very bright industrial-looking birch stock, but this one happens to not be bright and ugly like the rest, so I'm thankful for that. I believe this one was made in 1951. Like I said, these were produced from 1949 to 1955, and these rifles started entering the U.S. market in the 1990s, but before that, they were replaced by the British L1A1. So this was the last variant, replaced by the L1A1, and these started hitting the U.S. market in the 1990s. Okay, so the differences between this variant and the other variants of Lee Enfields was that the butt plate was, again, made out of brass. The others, I guess, weren't during wartime production. So this one has a brass butt plate. It has a more adjustable rear sight for more accurate shooting, I guess you could say, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. I guess that depends on the shooter itself or themselves. But the most prolific difference that soldiers actually liked about the Lee Enfield, this variant of the Lee Enfield, was that the trigger was pinned to the receiver, so it stopped. There's less variables when you're firing the weapon with the trigger pinned to the receiver. So that's that. That was the biggest difference that actually was quite beneficial about this variant compared to the rest. But other than that, everything is pretty much similar. And the stocks were obviously made out of birch wood, as stated before. This one isn't, luckily. So that's that. For some specs of the No. 4 Mark II would be the entire length of the rifle is about 44 inches. The barrel length is about 25 inches, and fully loaded, it's about 9.6 pounds, and it shoots the .303 British round. I'm not gonna put one in there. I shot them all. But, and it fires, the muzzle velocity is around 2,400 feet per second, give or take. And its maximum effective range with iron sights is 500 meters. Total, 3,000. My apologies. Since I'm standing a little bit away, I'm gonna get closer to the camera now and show you guys the rifle up close so you can see some of the markings and other points of the rifle. Thank you guys for visiting the Garrison Militaria. As always, all of our socials and our website are down below. They will be in the description. Apologies for any mishaps. I'm still new to being behind the camera, getting used to it. But hopefully we get to bring out more rifles, and I'll throw some shooting footage of the Lee Enfield at the end of the video. Thank you.